Well, I don't know, sir. I don't work for the government. I work for Publishers Clearinghouse.
Yeah. Calling scammers late into the night, wasting their time until morning light. Calling their numbers, exposing these fakes. Going to work and I'm barely awake. Baiting them for months at a time. Trick them into believing my lies. Making them happy, then make them so sad. Driving them crazy and driving them mad. Bank accounts and money mules, getting them reported. Stopping our older folks from being extorted. Cash in a box, get tracking number on.
I'm a man of my word, and my word is my bond.
On a bare knuckles, that's what I do. Scammers go broke whenever I'm through. Leaving scammers with a bad impression.
Be honest, Mr. Knuckles, I'm wondering if you're taking this for a joke.
They call and leave a message. You have won yourself a prize. Congratulations, sir, ma'am. Now listen to my lies. I wouldn't pull you leg. Just don't tell your friends or wife. Mercedes or a Benz, 10 grand a week for life. Bank accounts and money mules, getting them reported. Stopping our older folks from being extorted. Cash in a box, get tracking number on.
I'm a man of my word, and my word is my bond. You're bare knuckles.
That's what I do. Scammers go broke whenever I'm through. Leaving scammers with a bad impression. Sending their brains into a deep depression. They keep calling and I keep replying. We keep laughing and they keep crying. They get the full wrath of story time with Knuckles. Weight of my hate makes their little knees buckle. Reader's Digest or Mega Million Scams. PCH, that's where I am.
You're bare knuckles.
That's what I do. Scammers go broke whenever I'm through. Leaving scammers with a bad impression. Sending their brains into a deep depression. Send the green dot money cards, all 16 digits. It's not that hard. Vanilla Visa or MoneyGram. Believe me, bro, it's not a scam.
You're really an impressive man, and I'm so in love with you, baby. You're so strong, you're so nice, you're so ambitious, you're so, strong. I can't wait to just live the rest of my life with you, baby.
Well, they keep calling and I keep replying. We keep laughing and they keep crying. They get the full wrath of story time with Knuckles. Weight of my head.
Now you got me, buddy.
Hello?
Hello.
You hear me, right?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, what's up?
You just was said to call you, so
You heard from Shay all day?
no, I haven't. I've only talked to her the one time.
Okay. All right. Well, she didn't go too much into details, to be honest, but she does seem like she want to take this very seriously. So I was just wondering where exactly you wanted it to go. And it's not that I'm her manager. I'm gonna make that. It's not that I'm her manager, but I've seen what the industry does with females whenever they're trying to, get somewhere. Either it's fill their bodies, they have sex with some producers. It's a horrific industry. So that's why
Right.
I'm just mainly looking over her until there's someone fit.
Well, she been doing this for what, 5 years longer?
5 years. Yeah, I guess 5 years. Sounds about right.
Something like that. I just seen her. She's got videos. It's 4 years old at least. I figured she probably been doing this for a while.
she did mention something about you coming even into the music videos. What were you talking about?
Well, she just was telling me that she's having problems finding somebody to help finance some of, her some of the stuff that she's doing, some of the projects. She needs
Hmm.
some investors, and I told her that I could probably help and I could invest in it, but I would want to, I'd want some kind of return, in case,
Obviously,
if she does go viral or you know, some reason her song gets put on a soundtrack or something, makes a lot of money, I could recoup what I put into it.
right, 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 right. That's what you were mentioning something about royalties, right?
Yeah, we could do that, or we could draw up something where maybe if she would want to, lend some of her singing to some of my own originals when I need a woman to do a song, we could maybe work out something that way. So,
That's right. That
you know, I'm open to different, ideas.
right. So that could also work, or even both ways, to be honest. Because if you are investing, I'm pretty sure she wouldn't mind helping in terms of when it comes on to your music.
Right.
So that wouldn't really be a problem, right? However, I am scrolling her on her time management. She has very poor time management, but it is something that we'll work on. Uh,
Right.
but you have a lot of experience.
Well, what about her doing, having a little side project, outside of her solo career? Maybe she joins the band, as a permanent singer for us, but it wouldn't be under her name. It would be like under we would come up with a name, so it's just not immediately apparent that she's our singer. We're more like a
Mm,
group.
no, I get what you're saying. It is
Then she could still do her solo stuff and stay independent.
I I think it would be great if she could make her name first before joining an actual band as an independent singer, and later on in down the line.
Well, I was thinking more what we could. I mean, it might take a year or more to come up with the material and get it all done. So, it, I would just say if we just wouldn't release or we wouldn't put it out there until she was ready to do that. I don't want to make it look like
Oh,
she's got two things going on at the same time.
oh, okay. I get what you're
But
saying.
we could still be getting things done, even though she's trying to get her solo thing going. And if it turns out she is the next Cardi B or something,
All right. So what?
or Rihanna or whatever, then yeah, just do that instead. Because I want to make her stop making money.
Right. So that's what I was saying. With the whole royalty thing, it would also work out for both of us because I know her potential. I know her potential. But the the people who she's now associating herself with, just for the music to go out, just for even the music videos to work. You saw what was the name? You saw one of those music videos, right? It was a hot walk.
Oh yeah, Hot Rock. Oh, that was a nasty ass song right there. I
Hmm.
don't even know the lyrics, and I could tell there was something nasty going on with that one. I told her about
Yeah,
that too. I said, I don't like that guy choking you and stuff. I said, that pisses me off a little bit.
right. So that's what I
That's
was saying. It's the type of
disrespectful.
thing. Right. It's the type of things females have to go through to make it where they want to make it to. But like I said, if she had the right support, then I promise you that type of thing would be happening. Because you could be even in one of those videos doing the choking.
No, I told her I wouldn't want to be choking anybody. I don't, if it was,
No, it's not. It's not. it no. Wait, I'm not sure how to explain this. It's a real turn on for most of these females.
Well, she said it would be. She said if I was to be in a video with her, it would be more of like a romantic thing where we're having dinner or something. I'm staring across the
Right,
table at her, you know, in love or
right,
whatever. I said I don't want
right,
to.
right.
I don't really have the personality or
Yeah, I get what you said.
the
Right.
to like grab you by the neck like I'm choking you. So I don't. That's something like you'd see in a porno or something, you know.
Oh,
I'm like, I don't know about that. Maybe we,
so the romance is more for the vibe.
yeah, for sure. I, um,
Okay, that's no problem.
I mean, my ex-wife, my wife who went to prison, she might be into the choking thing, but that's another story, you know, for another day or whatever.
All right. So talk to me about how the royalty things would work. The royalty thing.
Well, I don't know that much about it. I'm not a manager or any of that. I was just thinking, it'd be like a percentage of whatever she makes off of the
Right.
song roll. And it could be 5% or something low like that. But then you know, 5%'s not really that little when if you think about someone that's really taking off and making millions.
Right. So you'd get your investment back. Uh, so she would more it
Yeah, quickly if she did well.
right. But as I said, she's doing the music itself is amazing. It's just that she needs to make music videos, and that's costly in Miami especially, because at first we have to account for the cars, we have to account for the background dancers, uh, the props, the liquor, everything. So I was the one who had been supporting her, but I had to be moving around since I was dealing with your case, trying to catch all of these guys that was after you and everything.
Right, right.
So I'm a bit low on funds, but she really wants to
Well,
pursue this career. So that's why I was hoping that since you're a music fanatic, it would all work out. How
somebody keeps
that
trying to call me. I don't know who this is.
hmm.
No, well, it don't matter.
Or but the five right, the 5% for royalty, we could work with that. Be over a 10-year period,
Right.
right? So is it
Well, that would be okay. We can start with there, and you know,
when would you like to start? She has two music videos she wants to make before the end of, well, not I'm not sure if we can finish by the end of this week.
she said she was still in the process of recording some of it.
No, she already has the songs. It's just she just needs to make the music videos right now.
Well, last night she was waiting to go into the studio to record one of them. What she told me.
Right, it's a new song, but she already has songs that she sung. She just doesn't have the music videos for them yet.
Well, which one is it? One that I've seen because I've only seen a few of them.
No, it's just the audio that you're gonna see on.
I'd like to hear. I'd like to hear. I'd like to hear one of them, whichever one it is she's thinking about, so I could kind of, determine if, hey, that sounds, yeah, that's a hit or whatever. Get a better feeling about the song before. I don't know how much money you're talking about taking to produce one of these, but
She didn't give you an estimate.
do you have a number? No, we didn't really talk about that. We didn't get into money and stuff. She was kind of, she's a little bit smitten with me. I was having a hard time, keeping her from talking about, me and her getting together and all that. So we didn't really get into money and stuff.
Right. Because you should have. Well, it was a bit, I guess, sudden, but she did want you to come for dinner for your birthday. But I guess we understand that
Uh,
you have the animals to take care of and whatnot.
well, she said she had a hard, she was busy as well. It was sudden for her as well. She said she didn't, um, wasn't sure she could, you know, put everything aside that quickly just to come over and this and that. And I was like, well, same here. I need a little more than just one day to fly all the way across the
Right.
country. And then you get out of the plane and you're like, oh shit, I don't even know if I like this guy. This first time I seen him in person. You know, we're just like young lovers in town. You know, that just running into each other. Yeah, you don't know.
She laughs. She laughs at everything you say. I'm not. So, I mean, it can't be too bad. I think she really likes you, Mikey. So no, she can't. It's not.
Well, I'm wanting to get to know her better, but you know, it's hard over the phone. It take a little while, but I would like to. Has she got? Do you know which song she's talking about doing the video for? Is it the ignited one, or has she got a different one in mind?
I was thinking that it was the Ignite one, but she might be working on something that's a bit more. How can I put this? More. I'm gonna say general. Like it appeals to a wider crowd, I should say.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think ignited would be. I think that would probably appeal to some people. You know, across the board. Uh, It does. It's
You
pretty.
like
It's pretty. Not. You know. It's pretty open to what it's saying. You know, a lot of people can relate to it. I think.
you like that one?
Uh, yeah, it seems like a good song. But that's the one you think she's talking about doing.
Well, it's two songs, so I think Ignite might be one of them.
Oh, okay.
I could confirm.
Well, I sent her email, but I haven't heard back. Um, did you get
Okay.
Did you get the one I sent you?
The chocolate,
Yeah, yeah, that's the song that I sent over. Sweet like chocolate.
right? Right. I would say I think I thought I responded to you as a matter of fact in that regard.
Yeah, you did say something about it. I was just making sure that. Well, I was really curious if she got the email I sent her because I sent three different versions to her so she could tell me which one she liked the most. Because you know they're all three got a little bit different style to them.
Okay, you could have sent me the other two versions so I could know.
Well, I'll
You said you got it off. You said you got it off Fiverr.
I know some of the vocal tracks was from a lady I hired on Fiverr to do the vocal tracks. The drums is some of the other stuff is Captain Captain Kickass has actually been coming over and playing. He's pretty good drummer. He can play almost anything you ask him to play on the drums. He's pretty talented.
So did you guys made the instrumental and the singer was from Fiverr?
Right. Yeah, that's right. We did all the music. I played the bass and the guitar, and he done drums,
Hmm.
and all the side stuff was just either done with synthesizers or keyboards. And then
Hmm.
I went on Fiverr is where I could find a lot of vocals that I can flesh it out without having somebody here, you know.
Hmm.
But
Okay, sounds
I
good.
would probably much rather have her singing the vocals than this lady. I mean, she did a good job. Hell keeps trying to call me, assholes. I got my phone on Do Not Disturb, and these people are still um,
I think
trying to call.
there's okay. You can probably block them out after. But I was saying I know a guy that knows a lot of female singers. How much did it cost to have her sing for that on Fiverr?
Oh, I don't remember. It was about $500 or $600, and then but she sang, you know, she did three different versions for me, so it was about $1,500, and I had a bunch of other songs that I hired some other people to sing on too. Well, you heard a couple of them. The Reverend was one that I got a guy to sing for me. A guy from over in England sung that one. He's a blues singer. It's really talented
Hmm.
guy. He actually
Right.
has some. He has some stuff that's out that's been on the charts a few times. You maybe can recognize his voice, but I'm not gonna put his name on it. It was, I told him that we're just keeping anonymous for now, since this is
Right.
just a project.
I thought it was someone who you knew personally that came over and came to the studio or something.
No, not the vocal part of that one. I've got a guy. Got a couple of guys down in Durango that we have been playing with, doing live stuff, but he's not near as good a singer as what I can find on Fiverr.
Okay.
As you can send them the raw musical, you can send them the musical file, and almost all of them are set up to just put it straight into their recorder and cut you a really good track.
Right.
They keep everything separated too, so when they send it back to you, it's in the right format to where you can adjust the drums or the guitar and the vocals to match it how you want.
Right. Right. I got you.
Alright, well, that's what I've done on some of the songs. I haven't. You don't want to hear ones that I sang on.
Why not?
Well, I'm not a very good singer. I've had people tell me don't quit my day job, so I don't want to.
Let me hear, cause everybody got different tastes, right?
Right. Oh no, I wouldn't share with you right now. Maybe later. I got some songs that are.
Okay.
I don't know if you ever heard of AC/DC, but that's kind of more my style of singing.
Like what is it, like rock and roll? I'm not.
Kind of hard rock. Yeah, it's like hard rock and with a little bit of blues
Okay.
influence in it.
All right. Most dancehall artists don't really do rock or blues.
Oh, right, right. Well, that's saying that's just what I like when I was in school. I like doing Metallica, AC/DC, Black Sabbath, stuff like that. Dirty deeds done dirty. That type of thing.
Right. I personally listen to it, but right, it's just that most of especially my niece, my niece doesn't really venture into that genre.
Uh, yeah, exactly. I talked to her a little bit about that. I was like, I know you're not. Of course, she said she liked blues, but blues covers a wide range.
Right. Right. I was saying she might be able to be a bit versatile, but I'd like to see her work on something shortly that involves the type of music that you like.
Right.
But it also falls back to the time management. Uh, so
Well, her voice is really shine and stand out in the
mm,
right song compared to this techno babble sounding stuff that they do, where she's just like all you're doing is hearing her chirping this and that in the background with a lot of processing on it. I think I would rather hear her pure voice singing something with some feeling, that she can
right.
really get into. But it's whatever you like. People like different things.
No, you're actually correct. So that's why I want you to actually be a part of this family, business as an industry. Because if we're gonna be, uniting, it is best for us to help each other grow, right? And like I
Right.
said, she is very very promising. I just don't want people taking advantage of her just so she can elevate, right? As far as it goes for the royalties, like I said, the 5% would be fine. Over a 10-year period, you get back at least triple the interest over that period if anything blows up, which I'm positive something will blow up. But yeah,
Yeah, I'm comfortable with that. I mean, it's not. Nothing in life is guaranteed. You gotta make a gamble sometimes, and sometimes you gamble on people. Sometimes you gamble on a poker game. I'd rather gamble on people and give them a chance to live their dream, make it happen for them.
all right, all right. And this is like I said, it's someone that you're going to be spending time with. So
Right.
it's gonna work out. Right,
Well,
but
try to come up with some good names for the band, like Shay and the Wailers, or you know,
I just like
what's her last name? I really never caught it. Actually, she didn't say.
I'm gonna let her tell you. Did you plan on speaking with her tonight?
Oh, I don't know. We didn't talk about when we would get in touch again. She just kind of like all of a sudden had to go. Said the studio only gave her 30 minutes to talk, so she had to take off real quick, and I didn't get a chance to really ask her about, hey, what are you doing later, or when are we gonna talk again, or nothing.
All right. So, Mikey,
She's got my number. And I got hers. I could text her later and find out if she's gonna be busy later or something. Maybe we could talk.
all right. So, let me know again when you'd like to start, Mikey.
Um, well, I wanna talk to her and find out what song she's wanting to do first, or if you can find out, that's fine too. But I wanna hear the song and see which one that she's decided she's gonna go with.
It might be Ignite.
It might be Ignited.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'd like to hear the one or two other ones that she's got ready too. I mean, if one of them really stands out to me as being way way better than the rest of them, I just maybe let a different investor do one of the ones I don't have I'm not getting that vibe about, and then I could pick the one that I would like to invest in. You know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. What what was the budget that you were looking at?
Well, I don't know. She never said. You said you've been doing this for a while. What did the last one cost you? Did you pay for the one where the guy's choking her, or was that someone else?
No, that was no, that was the guy that was choking her. He's the one that covered for most of that. But
Ah,
that's the only reason I
okay.
wanted to avoid. That's the only
Yeah.
reason I want to avoid those type of things because you know.
All right. So yeah,
But
he's into that S&M stuff or something, isn't he?
so it should be anywhere between $250 to $300,000.
All right. Well, um, do you remember what that one cost? Cause I hope they didn't pay
The
that much for that one, cause the production on that one looked like shit.
for the last one, that's hot work.
The one where he was choking her, that it looked like they shot that with a fucking video, like a handheld camcorder or something.
It did cost.
I mean, I know she's starting out, and probably maybe he didn't have that kind of money to. She said that they were going to try to get a good crew with high def cameras and all that, right?
Right, right.
All right. Well,
Good.
I'm on board. Just when I talk to her, I'll find out if she'll share. Maybe she can share the new cuts with me so I can hear them or something, and then maybe I can get with her and say, hey, oh, that one sounds better than Ignited's been out for a little while, hadn't it?
What is it, 4 days?
Oh, I thought I'd seen it a long time ago on a different before. I didn't think that was the first time I'd heard it. Only been out 4 days.
I can check back, but I think it's only been 4 days.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I'm gonna bring it.
No, sorry, it's 5 days. Just 5 days. I just checked.
What is her name? What is her musical name? Is it Chocolate, or
It's Shay Colate. It was like chocolate.
how do you spell that? Is it
It's
CH
CHAE
AE?
COLA.
And then it's like chocolate. TEE.
Right.
Where did she come up with that name?
You'd have to ask her.
Is that a stage name?
No, it's her music name.
That's what I mean. Or like a stage, like her personality.
Right. Normally, when people say stage, that's like a when people say stage name, that's like a stripper name.
Oh no, I didn't mean stripping. I meant kind of like Alice Cooper, you know. He's not really Alice Cooper. His real name is Vince something or other, but he just came up with the name for his, you know, I guess basically it's just like a on-stage personality type thing, you know.
Right.
I don't know
Right.
what you would call it. It's like a character he plays when he's doing music, but in real life he's just like a. Okay, I see. There was something about you know, I follow her on here sometimes. So it was one of her shorts was she had coming soon. You know, it was a couple months ago. Um,
You've been following her?
yeah, I follow her YouTube channel, Chocolate Music or Chocolate or I mean, is it chocolate or is it
Ask her.
chocolate?
Ask her. Ask her how it's pronounced when you get on the phone with her.
I'm embarrassed to ask it. I asked her before, and now I've forgotten. I think
Nice.
it's probably Shakily, but since her name is Shay. Oh, here's one. I don't think I've heard this one before. It's called Situation. I might have to listen to that one. I don't know if that's one that's on her new stuff or not. I asked her if she has a new album coming out, and she just said she had working on a few songs. And you know, nowadays these kids they don't even know what an album is. You know.
Right.
I'm like, did you get the album? And they're like, what? The album? Yeah, you know, there's 6 songs on one side, 6 songs on the other, and they're like, huh? I just downloaded the MP3. I don't know about no album. You know, music's just changing. I don't know if it's
So,
getting better or worse.
do you see any one of these any one of the songs that you'd like to have turn into a music video?
Not yet.
It looks like you removed.
Some of them I can't understand the words for. She's singing them in Jamaican or whatever that is. Sounds like pigeon language or something. I'm not sure. She didn't
Bro,
explain to me what that language is, but she said it was different.
it's Creole.
What did you call it? Creole?
Right, it's Jamaican Creole.
Like down in Louisiana?
No, Jamaican Creole.
Oh, Jamaican Creole. Is my grandma used to speak a little bit of that. I didn't really catch on too much of it because she died before I got very old. But she did call me her little bomba clot sometimes.
Right.
It was a name of love. She would say. Oh wow, I should have went through her whole list. She got more songs than I knew about.
You saw the rest of them?
How long ago was that? That was from 4 years ago. Good Love is one I'm looking at. Well, that one wasn't very long ago. That was just 2 months ago. I have to listen to that one. Wanted is the one that was back in 2020, I think. She's been playing.
Right.
She's been playing for a while.
Right. I think it's been 5 years.
I saw where she collaborated with somebody, but she told me she didn't know what
That's
I was talking about, but I'm pretty sure she's on. Well, I see it right here. It's called Round of Applause.
so what we're trying to do also, Mikey, is have her do some collabs with some major artists where it's gonna be easier for her to rise to fame, and that way we're gonna start seeing profits come in, and at that point you're gonna start benefiting from the royalties. But in order to do that, most of the artists that she's gonna be working with, they take a ton of money to even do features. So
Right.
that's also a part of it.
Do you know this trans one gov rapper?
Trance?
Yeah.
I'm not a fan, but I think I've heard of him.
Okay, well, she did a song with him on here. Called Round of Applause. It looks like the cover of it looks like a rose, but the middle of it looks like a vagina or something. That's a weird
All right,
looking little graphic.
let me go and check it out.
Oh, you got your computer up?
Yeah, I have my computer up.
Alright.
You said
Monty boy,
I'm not.
what did he call me?
Who?
I heard somebody say Body boy. I said, I ain't no body boy. What are you talking about? Grandma said that was an insult.
No, no one's talking to you.
Oh, I just heard it in the background. I thought maybe it was one of his songs.
It's that's exactly. It isn't the song. It's a video that I clicked on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Yeah.
not seeing the song that you're talking about though. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong part. I'm not sure.
Well, it just says trans one gov at chocolate. I'll send it over to you. I hadn't listened to it yet. I don't know if he's got her on the front of on the title, I figured maybe she was singing background vocals for him or something.
Who? You're talking about trans?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm listening to it right now.
Yeah, I don't see any credits for her under on here. It doesn't look like that song was that popular anyways. Didn't look like it only got 800 people watched it, and well, it's just been out since February.
I'm not. I don't want to have her doing any collabs with trans. They're more famous individuals, but I like for her to collab with. But it's
Right, yeah.
it is a process.
Yeah, he's kind of a small time independent rapper, isn't he?
Right.
Alright, that's what it looks to me like he's popular overseas or something. Well, I don't know if he's really popular, to be honest. He doesn't have a lot of, I don't know, he's got 20,000 subscribers. That ain't terrible, but as far as music goes, that's not very good.
Mm.
He probably stuck over somewhere where he don't have a lot of money and don't have a lot of funds to do any more than what he's doing. From the looks of this video, it looks like he's on a low budget.
All right. Ultimately, we're trying to have her do one of those collabs with Massacre. Do you know who that is?
What is his name? Massacre?
Massacre. It's instead of an ER, it's an A.
OCR, it's an A. No, I haven't listened to him before. We can't get her to do something with like Snoop Dogg or something?
Snoop. Do you know how much it costs to do a collab with Snoop Dogg?
No, I don't have any idea.
That's maybe in the $1 million region.
Oh my gosh. I thought he just did collabs with people and then made money off of the songs. He charges to just sing with them?
Right.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's expensive. What about ICP? You think she could do a collab with one of them, Violet J or Shaggy Two Dope?
I'm sorry, who?
ICP, the Insane Clown Posse. You ever listen to them?
ICP?
Yeah, ICP. Insane Clown Posse is what it stands for. They wear makeup and stuff. They're pretty insane, but they've been popular for a long time. Crazy music, though. They're juggalos. That's what they call their fans. Their fans are called juggalos. I don't know where they came up with that, but they have a kind of a theme going on where they run this crazy circus called the Insane Carnival, and they're both like kind of done their makeup's done kind of like they're jesters.
I don't think Shay would fit in with the ICP.
You don't think so?
No, because you have to. I'm not sure if you don't. You probably don't listen to most of the rappers or the female rappers, but most of them are going to do collabs with other female rappers or people like
Oh, right.
like sex. Do you know who Sexy Red is?
Sexy Red. No, is that a woman?
Yeah, it is.
No, she
But you do.
mentioned it. She mentioned her. I was like, I don't really know her.
You know who Cardi B is?
Yeah, I just saw Cardi B crying about Kamala losing the election a while ago.
It's not.
I mean, I know who she is too, but
You don't know her music,
Well, I know WAP.
right? So what can I say, vibe, I guess Shay would be more able to adapt with.
Okay. She gonna have to step up her game if she gonna compete with a song like WAP.
Right, but you have to also keep in mind that what's her name? Cardi B is signed to a billionaire record label. But
Right. Yeah, the sky's the limit when it comes to, you know, recording and production and all that for her, right?
right.
Who's doing all the music for Shay's songs?
Come again?
Who's mixing? Who's doing all the mixing and all that for Shay's songs and the composing?
It's a family producer, but he has to work with the money and all the equipment that I'm able to afford. So that's why when right that's why
Uh, he's actual family. Like, I mean,
yeah,
he's part of y'all's family.
part of
Okay,
my family. Yeah.
right on. Well, I don't know. I'll see if I can text her here in a little while and see if she's doing anything after a while, and I'll see if I can call her and talk to her.
Okay.
'Cause I really don't know. Like I said, I would like to. Maybe she could point me to the songs that she's thinking about doing, and I can listen to them and decide one way or the other. If she's just got her mind set on one song, that's okay too. I mean, she probably knows what she feels good about. I just kind of wanted to hear the other ones too, just to see if maybe one was better than the other.
Right. I'm sure she could have it arranged. Uh, but how would we make the arrangement for the royalties?
I guess I could give you my bank account, and
Okay.
if there's any money, I probably just wait until there is a royalty.
Mm,
I
all
mean,
right.
I don't know if you could draw paperwork up where it would say that I would get 5% royalties off of whatever song she decides she wants to do this.
Okay. Yeah, I think I can work on something. Right, but I'd like.
Yeah, if you could draw that up and email it to me or something, I'd sign it and send it back to you, and you just
Okay.
give me an idea of how would I be giving you this money to get this thing going, or would I give it to her or to her producer,
You,
or
you can have it sent to me, and I'll make sure that the producer gets it. Shay's always in the studio, so she.
because I don't know that guy or anybody, so I don't want to just give it to anyone without some kind of
Right.
trust,
That's why I said I'm gonna be the one who's advising it. I don't let Mikey. You have to understand that I don't let anyone really have access to you because I know people can be, like Reverend and all those guys.
Oh, you think her producer might try to take advantage?
No, I'm saying I wouldn't let anyone. I said I wouldn't let anyone in our circle, knowing if I can't trust them or not. So I only surround myself with people I trust. That's basically what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, I got you. Sounds
All right.
good. Well,
Okay, give me a second. I really like to see if I can have it done tonight. So I'm gonna see if I can send the contract along with information and do a settlement for 5 to 10%.
okay.
Are you planning on going to bed early tonight?
No, I'll probably be up pretty late. I'm gonna go work on some music here in a little bit. I gotta get some editing done on a couple of songs, so I'll be around.
Okay. Uh, would you do like the physical cash, or would you be like say, doing a wire transfer?
Physical cash would take me a while. What did you say it was gonna take? 100,000?
More like 250.
250?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I don't know if I could pull out 250 on cash in one day. It might take a while to take some of it out a little bit at a time.
Do you know?
I don't want to send the bank into shock.
Right. Okay. I think the wire transfer would probably be faster. I'm just concerned about the IRS charges because then the record label that you're familiar with, you remember What's Good Entertainment, right?
Uh, Not really. What was it called?
what's good entertainment?
It sounds familiar, but when did I? I don't remember when I heard that name.
Mm. Nevertheless, it's in California, but the taxes are ridiculous because if it's above 10,000, they're going to be taking at least 33% just to have it sent to the account, and that's roughly $80,000.
If you send money to California, they keep 33% of it.
Right, if it's over $10,000,
Why would they do that?
IRS, well, it's IRS charges. Taxes are extremely high in California.
I've never heard of IRS taking taxes out in real time for a
If
transaction.
if it's right, if it's over $10,000, the bank. I think I'm not sure if it's the bank that does the deduction or what or who exactly does it, but it has to be like filed for once it's over 10,000.
Well, yeah, you would have to show it, but if you spent it, if it took the entire amount to produce the song, then you didn't make 250,000. You wouldn't pay anything if it cost you the whole 250,000 to produce it. Uh,
No, that's not what I'm saying. I was saying the bank itself takes a percentage to have a wire transfer done that's over $10,000 for IRS charges.
oh man, I've never heard of that before. Right out the top, they take 33% of your money for doing a bank transaction.
Let me dig it up
Hmm.
and show you.
Wow.
Mm,
I've sent money all over the country, and I've never had them take money out of it. You know,
okay, what?
most companies have to file taxes at the end of the year, and they're based off of their profit margins. Not They don't just take it right out of the transactions when they get them. You couldn't buy anything in California if you had to pay 33% every time you tried to buy something.
Well, they are known for having the highest tax in the country.
Right, but not like on purchases or bank transactions. They get their money the same way everyone else do. At the end of the year, you have to file for your taxes. That's how these
Mm.
companies that make look like they lose money, so they don't have to pay taxes.
Well, I'll definitely look it over, but I'm gonna see if I can get Shay on board. What's happening? I'm gonna see if I can get the
Okay.
contract. I'm gonna see if I can get the contract and have it sent to your email in about 20 minutes. I'll give you a call back, okay?
All right, that sounds good. I'll be here. If I hear your call, I'll talk to you in a little bit.
All right.
All right,
I'll
bye.
speak to you soon.
All
Keep
right.
your phone on loud just in case. I'm not sure if the music's gonna be too loud.
No, I got headphones. I'll be able to hear it, I think.
Okay. All right. Speak
All right. Bye. Hello?
Hello? Yes.
Hey.
What's up?
Dad's fucking pissed, brother.
Listen to me, brother. Listen, I don't want to hear about this, okay?
Okay, well, I'll talk to you later then.
Alright.
Hey, Mikey.
Hello?
You hear me, right?
Yeah, I hear you.
Which one of the transactions did you cancel?
Yeah, I canceled both of them. You said to cancel 'em.
No, I was telling you to cancel the one for Jack. The one that was sent to Danny.
I did
Danny.
that. Yes, I did that yesterday.
Right, but I was
And
saying the message I sent said I've been telling you to cancel it, but you waited until what was it yesterday?
well,
I
I
didn't tell
told
you.
you. I guess I misunderstood. I told you that I was calling them this morning, and this morning I see it says I've been telling you to cancel that. Um,
Right, I
I,
was saying
I,
the money that was sent to Danny could have done me some good because I could have gotten myself some extra.
oh shit! I did that. I completely misunderstood what you were saying. I thought you were for some reason you didn't want that to go through. I didn't want to. If there was a problem, I didn't want to deal with the bank if there wasn't. no reason to, you know, because they were asking me to call them this, you know, sometime.
Mm. All right.
Um, you want me to resubmit it or?
Right. It's still gonna take 24 hours, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I'd have to redo it, and I'm already out from the house at the moment, so I wouldn't have to be able to do it till I get back.
Okay. All right. See if you can do it, Terry. Would you be able to call? What time are you getting back to the house?
Oh, I'm not sure. I've got a bunch of stuff to do today. I'm still trying to figure out a way to get all this stuff to back to Texas. I don't really want to live here anymore. I miss
Okay.
being where I was at,
I should assume
having my
so.
own place.
I know. All right. So, did Norfolk tell you about that guy that we got arrested?
Uh, no, he told me that the guy, if you're talking about the guy that had the package,
Right.
no, he told me that the guy ran into the woods.
He ran into the
He
woods.
never. I don't think he knows what. I don't think he stuck around to find out what happened to him. At least he said he didn't. I could ask him, but he kind of wanders off into these stories that might not even be what I was asking him about.
Uh,
Uh, all right. Well, when I get back this evening, I'll call you and we'll make sure that that's put back on.
all
Sorry
right.
about that.
All right. If you get back before 5, I'm not sure what time the bank closes, but if you get back before 5, see if you can send 30 instead. I'm gonna go to the police station that I know had that guy locked up. I want to see if I can buy some information out of him.
Okay. All right. Well, what are you trying to get out of him?
Well, he had close communication with Beer. He was directly being instructed by Beer. That's how he
Oh,
knew the
okay.
password and everything.
You think he might have information about Selena?
Selena. If Beer is really connected to Selena, he might know. But I feel like this is Beer's right hand.
Right. Well, I just was thinking if you're the only one I know that's been close to where she was possibly being held. I don't. I've given up on Jack trying to help me. I think he might be working with Bear.
Hmm.
If
I'm gonna
that's the
get to the
case,
bottom.
maybe you can help get her,
um,
save her. I don't want
You
to
said
give up on it.
she's in Jamaica.
I don't know. I had no idea. They told me so many lies that she could be in the United States for all I know. You said you checked that house out. And did she ever live there, or did?
No, she's never. There's no one by that name that has ever been there before. No.
Alright, well, try to find her if you can. I know if anyone can do it, you can.
I'll see what I can do.
Alright, alright, well, thank you, and I'll call you. I'll try to get back to the house before it's too late. Um, I'll try to get there, and if I do, I'll contact you.
All right, buddy. Speak to you
Alrighty,
soon.
talk to you later. Hello?
Hey, Mikey.
Hey, what's up, Unc?
I was just getting ready to go to bed. You good?
I'm sorry. I can call you tomorrow.
No, it's it's fine. Is everything okay?
Yeah, I was just fixing to go to bed myself. I was just gonna tell you I'm going to, I'll put in the, transfer in the morning. As soon as I get those trees cut down, I'll log in and I'll get you said you wanted to change it to 30? Is that right? You there? Hey?
Yeah, you're here.
Did we get
Yeah,
disconnected?
you still got bad reception?
I didn't think so. I was asking you if you want me to try to do that transfer in the morning.
Yeah, you could try doing it in the morning.
Well, it'll
You
be
could
a
have,
few. It'll be a few hours. They have to come cut some trees down tomorrow morning.
you're in
But
Texas right now?
was you wanting it to be 30 or?
Right.
All right.
You still have the information?
Yeah, you text me some
Oh yeah,
information
okay.
for the Virginia lady, right?
Right.
All right. Well, that's what I'll use if that's what you want me to use.
Right, that's the information. And if Jack says anything to you, just try to ignore him because I'm pretty sure he's scheming up something right now.
Oh, I blocked him.
He's
I
always
didn't.
popping up with new numbers.
Yeah, I didn't want to hear his bullshit, so I just told him. I basically told him to f off, and then I just blocked his number. So I don't know how he took that, but it don't
All
really
right.
matter. He was calling Dad too. Dad said he's calling him and asking him to buy some kind of UFO shit Dad don't know nothing about. I
He's
don't know
he,
where he
he
come
just
up with this stuff.
I think the convers you probably had the conversation mentioned to him that you're gonna get the artifact, and he just thought it was some type of alien shit, and he just went along saying some bunch of nonsense that he doesn't know anything about. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, well, I don't know I don't know how I told Dad to block his number too, so I think he did.
Right.
I basically told Dad what, he tried to pull with pretending like he is some kind of, I don't know what the hell he is, some kind of damn Secret Service or some shit.
It's hard to put a word on what he is, but we do know what he's not. Your dad personally was he gave you the 100K to have him killed, but that absolutely fucked up when you know who intervened.
Yeah, well, Dad's kind of aggravated with all the people calling him lately. He's been going on a rampage every time he answers the phone with them. He sounds more
Hmm.
like Mom than he does himself lately.
I'm one. I'm wondering if it's starting to affect him too, because we do know that your mom was acting strange.
Well, if it's affected him, it's making him more angry. I don't know if that was what they meant to do, but he doesn't think that he even has a son now. He said that was all bullshit. He thinks he might have just been a little delirious off of his medication or something.
Right.
So
I was telling him that Jack wasn't his son from a very long time ago, but he came with a fake what you call it fake DNA test and all that shit.
yeah, well, he not believing it now. You must have finally got through to him. Whatever you said to him must have worked, because he's fired at least three of these guys that work out here now, not including Agway. Now it's just Captain, and they hired some guys that were local. So
Right. I did tell him to have a background check done on each of the workers that were there because I noticed that some of them were from he said some of them were from Jamaica and some of them were from Africa. But
yeah, there was only really one of them that seemed to be Jamaican. The other two, uh, they seem to have been from uh, somewhere over around Nigeria. Seems like is what their paperwork said. So,
I see. But
anyways, it's looking better over there. When I left the other day, seemed like everything was going pretty smooth, and I think I'm not sure, but I think Captain put that product back in the warehouse, so me and him wouldn't catch any shit off of it if something was to happen.
yeah, he called me. What was it like? Saturday? I think it was either Friday or Saturday, and I was telling him to have make sure that he puts it back and make sure he's undetected because I didn't want him to get in any trouble with your dad especially. So
Yeah.
I
I think he did. That's what he was saying. He was doing something, snowboarding or
yeah, skating or
something.
something. Right.
He sent me a video of him. It looked to me like he had a giant skateboard that ran around on the bare ground like a. It was like snowboarding without any snow. What it looked like. Did he send you a video of it?
No, I didn't get any videos. No.
Oh, yeah, it was kind of interesting. He just come. I don't know who was holding the camera for him, but he come flying by on his board and looked like he's having a good time. I'm
I thought
gonna
he had
try.
like a GoPro or something.
Uh, if he did, he was on a tripod. He wasn't holding it because he was on the board, and the camera looked like it was looking up the hill where he was coming from.
Right. Yeah, we were mostly talking about mushrooms and what his favorite topic, marijuana.
Oh yeah. Y'all like mushrooms?
I tried it once.
What is
Mind blowing.
it? Did you just cook them with some bacon grease, or how did you make them?
No, no, it's like you eat it. It's like an edible,
Oh, you eat the mushroom?
right? You take it and you start seeing shit, some weird shit,
You mean you eat it raw?
right?
What would you do that for? For a salad or something? You put it in a salad?
No, you just take a tiny bit of mushroom. It's not the edible. It's not the one that you used to cook with, or it's not the one that you used to cook with. This one is actually like
Oh, you're talking about hallucinating mushrooms? The
right.
kind you find in cow shit sometimes?
Yep, that one.
That's the peyote, right?
Right, that one.
Oh my gosh, I've heard stories, but I was always scared after seeing my friends take some of them.
Yeah, don't try it. Unless you have like responsible people that's around you that's gonna take care of you while you're on that trip. But otherwise,
Right,
I would recommend it.
right. Well, I remember one time a friend of mine, we were at his house, and him and his cousin got some, and they were taking them, and I went to sleep, and they were still awake when I woke up, like in the morning. They had not even slept. And they said their face was hurting, and I said, "Why's your face was hurting?" And they realized that their face was hurting because they had not stopped smiling and laughing the entire night.
Right, it
Their
does that.
face was hurting from looking at, well, they were sitting there looking in a mirror for like 7 straight hours, laughing, The- like there was something funny in the mirror. I was like, "What are y'all looking at that's so damn
They could have
funny?"
gotten themselves. They could have gotten themselves lost in the mirror because
Right. Well, I think they did get lost for about 8 hours. Um,
that that might have been the case. It's very dangerous, especially if it's your first time.
well, it might have been their first time. It's the first time I ever seen anybody eat. Looked like a bunch of little dried up twigs and shit they were eating. I didn't even look like mushrooms to me.
Mm. And you said you've never smoked the mushroom or even drank before.
I've never even smoked before. I just disgusting. I
Not
drank
even.
one. I drank one time. One time, one of Dad's friends gave me a drink of his beer, and I almost threw up. It tasted so bad. I was like, "Why would you drink this? That sound tastes like horse piss." And my dad thought it was funny. He said, "I think you might have just kept Mikey from ever drinking for the rest of his life." I'm like, "Yeah, if that's what y'all are drinking, I'm not gonna have no part of it."
I guess it's sort of an acquired taste, to be
I
honest.
guess so, or maybe they drank because they like the way it makes them feel, but made me feel
Right,
like throwing up.
right. Not everyone. It's not for everyone. If you don't like it, then it's just not for you. It's fine.
Well, Aunt Gladys always told me Mikey, whatever you do, don't do something that make you stupider than you already are. So that's why I'm just stay away from it. She liked to hit you with the hard truth, you know. She's brutally honest.
Sometimes we need that type of person in our life. Trust me.
All right. Well, I mean, raising 12 kids, she didn't really have time to bullshit about nothing. She was like female version of Donald Trump or something, and she didn't really pull no punches. Jack would
That's
tell
good.
you if she chewed Jack's ass out a couple of times when they first met.
You
Didn't
said
go
this is your
good.
aunt.
Yeah, Gladys. Her and Mom got on the phone with Jack back when they first started calling here, and
Mm.
I was trying to hook Jack up with her because she was single at the time, and of course Jack was all for it. Oh yeah, I'll hook up with your aunt. She sounds wonderful. And then he got a little taste of how wonderful she was, and he never wanted to talk to her again.
Was it? It
But
sounded like you set Jack up.
yeah, well, she saw right through his bullshit. They thought he was a scammer from the first minute they talked to him on the phone.
Right.
I thought maybe he was just, I thought maybe he was just dad's half son or something, and that's why he had an accent. And that's before he came up with this stuff about being in the Secret Service.
Yeah. It's
It
not.
sounded more believable when he was just dad's long lost son than it did when he all of a sudden he's friends with Elon Musk and Donald Trump and
He's just
asking me for
pulling random.
money.
He's just pulling random nonsense, especially if he's a friend of Elon Musk. The
Yeah.
main what gave him away? I already knew he was bullshitting, but what really gave him away when he said something about getting the Secret Service to find Selena. Everyone knows that the Secret Service only governs for the or protects the president or special
Well,
electoral.
I
They,
looked it up one time. They do like some kind of investigations, but it's usually involving a congressman or it's
exactly
some
what I'm talking about.
politician.
Exactly.
They're
It's
not
not
gonna
for
look
like
for my wife.
exactly. That's what I was saying.
Well, he's so high up in the ranks, he just uses, them for whatever he wants to. I mean, that's kind of what he was trying to tell me, but I don't think I'm
Nah,
gonna talk to him anymore. Uh,
it's
he's
best to
just
stay far.
trouble.
And he's a dead man walking. The second that I get the help that I need, I'm gonna make sure that he's on the list too.
Right. You're gonna get him in your crosshairs.
I'm working on it.
All right. Are any of your guys, did they all survive that last attack, or did you lose some of them?
They're recovering. They said it should be good in about what like maybe 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So they
Alrighty,
should.
well, I just was sitting here fixing to go to bed. I remixed your song uh with some different uh music, and I was just thinking I'd give you a call and let you know what was going on because I really I really needed a break from all this driving and all this moving and trying to get stuff set up. It's hard to find time to do everything I needed to do with Jack calling and wasting my time, having me drive. I lost I lost a day's, almost 2 days driving to Kansas to deliver that weed for him, and I'm not even sure what the hell I was gonna get out of it. It sounded like he was just gonna give me a telephone and a iPad or some shit for, well,
Well,
the two rings, one for me and one for Dad. But that was, you told me that was all just bullshit. So he was probably just gonna give me something he got out of a gumball machine and tell me it was some kind
sounds like
of ring.
it sounds like you know Jack better than you did before now.
Right. Well, me and Captain had a talk, and we actually had a talk that night while we was in the van about Jack, and he told me he didn't think Jack was even related to us. That he thought that guy's just trying to pull your leg, Mikey. Is basically what he said. So that's when we decided to come back home. and not worry about it. If Selena's, if she's alive, that's great. If I hope she is, I hope nothing happened to her. But I have a feeling that you said she might be she might be part of his. What did you call them, minions?
And that's his. I think that's his actual girlfriend.
You know that for sure, or you just that's what you think?
90% of the times when his line is intercepted, that and when that girl is talking, you're gonna hear Jack in the background saying something, either telling her what to say, or he's just in the
Right.
background saying some random shit to
Well,
somebody
I
else or
have
something.
heard him in the background a few times, but a few times I got her on the phone. She was driving her car and she was by herself. She was she was actually pretty pleasant to speak to when Jack wasn't telling her what to say.
Like that's what I
Um,
was also looking
I
into.
almost feel like she's being manipulated by him, but either way, if she's
Right,
being if she's somehow his girlfriend and she actually is okay with him lying to me, that makes her a bad person too, in my opinion.
right.
And
Like
I don't know. People do things for their own reason. Maybe her baby, maybe I would say Jack probably doesn't give her any money, so she probably trying to make money for herself. I don't know.
that's what I was also thinking.
If she'd have
But
just been straight up honest with me, I would have helped her out. I don't want people starving to death.
I
That
I I tried I tried reaching out, but as you know, Jack's not gonna have anyone speak to her unless it's through him, and I don't really trust Jack like that. So
no, you can never trust him. I don't think.
I
And
would never trust Jack.
I think he's got her brainwashed to some extent to where he's just she's just a puppet for him.
That's what I was thinking.
But that's okay. I got Candy, and she really has gotten better after spending, several years in prison. She's straightened out. She's not on the drugs anymore.
How long
It's
was she in prison? 2 years?
no, it's longer than that. Yeah,
Didn't
probably around a little over 3 years, I would say.
I see.
I mean, she got sentenced to like 10, but
Good behavior.
any more you get good behavior, and prisons are so crowded that they look for an excuse to get you out. And she was doing good. She was doing the program where they get you off drugs and they teach you how to, learn a trade. I can't remember what she said they taught her. She makes license plates or something, but
You spoke with
I
her recently?
don't. Yeah, she hadn't moved back in with me or nothing, even though she's told me, she's my wife, so she'd like
You
to.
she did what?
I said she's not moved back in or nothing, but she's kind of hinted around that she'd like for us to get back together, and she's been talking to mom, and mom's like, yeah, Mikey, you need to give her a chance, but.
Mm,
I'm
no.
waiting to test check her out a little bit from a distance to make sure she's really has changed.
Right. That's what I was about to say. Don't rush to have her move back in with you just yet.
Right. Well, I'm
I
not rushing nothing. She technically, I guess, owns half of everything I own if she really wanted to get with Dillhole and them down here and push it, but
no. That's what I was.
I'm thinking maybe I can I can make a settlement with her or something. And if we're not going to be together, I want to
Right. What I
try to
was. What I
make it.
was.
Go ahead.
What I, what I was thinking is that I think there's some laws that would prevent her from taking much or anything of what you have due to the fact that she has a criminal record. So
Right.
I'm gonna do some more digging into that, but I doubt she's gonna be able to access uh, majority of what you have, much less half.
Right. Well, I mean, you know, if I had to pay her something, then I pay her or whatever. I don't. Comes down to it. She's. I mean, I don't know what to say about it. We were in
If
love,
you,
so it's hard to not, still have feelings for her.
you sure it was real love or was it just lust?
Oh, I'm not sure. Those are about the same, ain't they?
No, lust.
Well,
Love is when you.
why do you have three wives then? I mean, are you in love with all of them?
I guess you could say that. Love is when it's more for responsibility than it has to do with your feelings.
Well, you
Is you
told me one time it was all business, You said
right,
it's not about your heart, it's all like a business transaction. Did your wife
right.
find you the third one?
Not yet. It's not that it's not that easy, especially when I've been caught up with work.
Oh,
She's
well,
not.
it's
She's more.
been a while. I thought maybe she'd. I mean, how
No,
hard is she looking? I mean, is she taking applications or is she just seeing which one of
no.
her friends she likes?
Keep in mind that the type of work that I'm doing, there's sometimes she doesn't know if I'm gonna come back home, so she's more worried about that than she is about finding a third wife.
What if is she looking for a second husband too?
No, that's not
Oh,
at that
okay.
point. That's not business. No,
Well, you said not coming back. Maybe, maybe She's already got someone in mind if something happens and you don't come back.
no. Well, I don't think so, but who knows?
Yeah, right. You hope not, huh?
I'm hoping not.
Well, should they like? I mean, how old are your wives? Are they both the same age or?
Um, 36 and 42.
Oh, okay. Are they like lesbians too, or y'all having like some kind of freaky three ways?
I'm gonna make sure one day I'm gonna make sure that you have. Uh, I'm not even sure what type of things are into, Mikey. But I was about to say, we could go on a trip one day and make sure you
Well,
enjoy.
I don't want to do. I don't want to. I already told my other internet girlfriends. I'm not with them anymore, but I told them I don't want to go to Thailand and do none of that lady boy stuff. That's
Lady boy stuff.
Yeah, they were saying that if we went to Thailand, they would introduce me to some girls, but they girls have penises, and I'm like,
No,
I
girls.
don't like that idea. I said I don't
No, no.
want
What the heck?
no lady boys.
No, not Thailand. Well, who the heck? No, who'd go to? No, that's the last place I had in mind.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know you said something about what am I into, and I didn't. I just wanted to let you know that I wasn't. I'm not into that.
Right. That didn't even cross my mind. I was thinking more along the lines of like Panama or Barbados or some country where there's the type of girls that you like, big booties and
Uh,
everything.
Oh, well, I'm kind of steering away from big booties nowadays. I ain't had nothing but bad experience with big booty girls. But
What happened, Mike?
I found out Selena is actually, she ain't big bootied at all. She's really skinny girl.
Oh my God.
So I'm like, booty's not everything. Personality matters.
Right. Right.
Right. So I'm thinking more about their character rather than how if they got a big booty delicious butt on them.
I mean, you can have the full package if you think about it. Because why can't a big booty go with a good character?
Well, I'm not saying that it's exclusively just skinny girls with good personalities. I mean, sure,
I get what.
there's some fantastic ladies who got the big booty and the brains, but the ones well, the few that I've been in
Right.
contact with lately all turn out to be real pieces of shit.
Right.
Deborah and who's the other one with the big ass booty on her?
Was
Damn, I
it,
lost track of their names now. There's been so many passed through.
I honestly want you to find real love, not these girls. Where I'm not even sure what they were up to, but
Well, I'm not worried about it. I've got so much work to do to get this place back where I can actually start making some money and don't have to rely on crypto to go up or down to make a profit. I'd rather, people be
right,
coming through the gates paying money to see animals than what I've been doing.
right. And I was trying to make some connections the other day when you said you wanted to have those animals. So I'm not sure if that could be maintained.
Well, I talked to that guy. Remember, he wasn't. He was actually more of a like a state enforcement guy, what they call a game warden. We
I
had
see.
a little conversation on the phone, and he was like, "You have a license for that elephant to have it here?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course I do." He goes, "Well, it's not coming up in the system." I said, "Well, I filled out all the paperwork, and the guy that I bought it from, it
Hmm.
was registered with him." Anyway, he wasn't really interested in buying anything. He was more interested in making sure that I wasn't doing something illegal, bringing these animals into Colorado.
Right, right,
Kind of a reason why I moved back here, because Texas is a lot more open to you doing your own thing without the state
right.
getting involved.
Yeah, I got you.
So I hope to get
Yeah.
mom and dad back down here too. I don't think they like it as much as they thought they would.
So what would they do with the farm there?
Well, I mean, they've got, Dad's getting old. I think he just needs to retire and get his horse ranch back and going. He
Mm,
seemed like he was a lot happier when he was just training Tennessee Walkers and having a glass of whiskey at the end of the day.
right. That dude
Mom
seems
is,
like that. Sorry,
what
go
was
ahead.
that? Oh, I was
No, I
just
was saying
saying, mom was a little less stressed out at the time too.
right. I was about to say you seemed a bit less stressed during that time as well.
Yeah,
When you
yeah,
were having health
I
issues.
think, I don't know. I think those guys might have worked some of that voodoo on us to make us unsettled and not as happy as we were. You
Right.
know.
Especially the Nigerian. I I'm not sure the stroke really hit your dad's bad because before all of this, before he even had that one episode where he was feeling depressed and everything, and before your mom even got that you know started acting differently, he wanted to make sure that you guys did the ritual that I was suggesting, and all of a
Right.
sudden everything just started to change. I'm not sure. And then you told me that there's a guy burying something in the yard saying it's Obia. I know the fight was coming, and it would even get worse there on. But
Well, I think it started with that Reverend guy. He was telling mom how he was gonna protect us, and he was telling her all this stuff. I don't think he was trying to protect us at all. I think he was actually trying to put a curse on us.
that I'm positive of.
There's I mean, I got word on when I called his phone a while back. Some guy answered and said that he got arrested for sex trafficking or something. It was a disturbing message. The guy told me, he was like, "Mikey, are you involved in this?" I said, "I don't have any kids. I am never giving any money to this guy." I didn't tell him
Mm,
that I'd tried several times, but every time I did, they gave me a bank account that came up. The bank had a problem with it. I
So
talked. Go ahead.
you're talking about the Reverend,
Yeah, the Reverend.
And he didn't he also want money something he was saying something about kids. I'm trying to remember exactly what something about adopting kids.
Right. He tried to get mom and dad to adopt little Kimmy, and then when dad went in the hospital, he came to me and said, "You and Selena need to adopt little Kimmy." And dad called me on the phone and said, "Yeah, me and your mom would love to have some more grandkids. You and Selena, go ahead and get little Kimmy over here." So I tried, but you know how things, like I said, every time I tried to send them money, they either, I don't know if they was asking for too much money or what. The bank always had a problem with their bank accounts, and I tried to tell them that, I would call and I'd tell them, hey, they have this thing called, it's called check system or something. When you give the bank down here an account, they run it through a system that's nationwide. And if that
Mhm.
account has been reported, or if there's some sort of fraudulent thing going on, and it pops right up, and the bank was like, "No, we're not gonna. You can't send money to that account because there's something suspicious going on. It could be money laundering, or it could be someone maybe tried to open an account that couldn't legally do it. We got a lot of people in the United States right now that don't have citizenship, so
Oh,
there's a lot of stuff going on in the bank system that is a little bit shady if you dig into it
right,
very
right, right,
deep.
right. They had to do a lot of that before, especially for the election, because they
Right.
were even giving out stipends for votes. I heard.
Right, yeah, that's true. I was hiring people to vote for one party or the other or whatever. But I don't know if that's what this is, but Reverend could never give me an account that was any good. So I just told him to, I don't remember. He just quit calling me, and then I called him back one day, and they said he was arrested for a child trafficking or something, which made sense since he was running an orphanage, and he was asking me like 10 times the amount of money that should have cost to adopt a kid from Jamaica. I looked it up, and it's only like 15,000, and he was charging me 250.
Right, I did tell I also did do the research and have it sent to you. I'm not sure if you're because the
Yeah,
first
no,
time.
I think you're the one that made me, when you talked about it. That's when I looked it up to see if he was anywhere close to being legitimate, and it was just ridiculous.
Right, I did. It was insanely more than what you'd expect. Because the highest I think was like what uh 15,000, $10,000.
Yeah, I think 15 was the upper end. And
That's what I mean.
Selena was saying that, yeah, I think that's about right. He said
Mm,
I don't think she had any idea.
She
Like
does.
you
She did.
said, it was probably Jack in the background saying, "Yeah, tell him
Right.
250,000 is perfect price for adopting one kid."
One kid. That's the silly part. One single kid.
Well, yeah, and they said she had a brother, and I had to adopt him too because they didn't want to separate them. So I was gonna have to spend 500,000 to get two kids over here. I was
So
like,
I,
I could find one locally for cheaper than that.
but what I meant to ask you, when do you think you're gonna get a kid of your own?
Hell if I know. I had to meet someone, and I mean, the only lady that I've actually met in person is Candy. We don't have any kids yet, but I guess I could work on it.
Not with Candy. This whole Candy thing, I don't think you should. Well, it's not
Well,
my place to say.
her name is not really Candy. I mean, that's just her
No, I
stripper
know
name.
exactly, but that's the point that I was making. I don't think you should be having kids with a stripper.
There's nothing wrong with being a stripper. That's better than being, I don't know. You think there's anything wrong with dating someone who has an OnlyFans page?
Yes, Mikey, because there's certain standards you have to set for yourself as a man. And similar to how you need a very elegant lady at the end of the day, because remember when Shay was in that video, you say you don't want to be choking anyone, or you don't want. That's the type of girl that we're
Yeah.
gonna deal with. And
Oh,
if
I
and
don't want one I have to choke.
right, but people who do that type of work, that's what they're into. And if you're not doing that to them, then there's a high chance that they're gonna be cheating on you.
Right.
So you
Well,
need.
I've got a
So
test I run them through, and if they don't pass, and that I don't have nothing to do with them. Okay.
right,
I
and
take them out
you.
there to the pond, and I say, if you can get in there and you can come out of there with a snapping turtle in your hands, then you're the kind of lady that I'm interested in. And Candy just dove right in there and came out with them. I'm not gonna lie to you. She got a snapping turtle out of that pond faster than I could, so that's
Yeah,
kind of why we got married. Wasn't solely on the snapping turtle wrestling match, but it was a huge factor.
I see.
I mean, besides the way she was built. I mean they didn't call her Trailer House Tammy for nothing. I mean, holy moly. Um,
you guys, you guys made out.
well, yeah, we were married. What are you talking about?
Just making sure.
Oh no, we were married for a couple years before she burnt the trailer down. Things were going smooth, we weren't trying to have kids. She wasn't ready yet, She still wanted to, pursue her career in the stripping business, which, to be honest, other than crypto, she made more money than I did at the time.
Mm. So, I'm not. How do you even go further when it comes on to being a stripper? I'm not sure how that even works.
Oh, well, I mean, there are clubs that you can work at that pay way, way more than others and have a lot
Oh,
richer clientele that, you know,
but don't you?
they're tipping hundreds where other clubs you go in there and they might slip a $5 in your panties or whatever.
And that's fine with you?
Oh, I'm not gonna strip.
No, no.
I mean, I just
I'm
don't have the body for it.
I'm asking if it's fine with you when they're slipping dollar bills in their panties and all of
Oh
that.
yeah, she was coming home and slipping them into my hand, so you know, uh, I was okay with it. You know how many
Nah, but
snapping turtles I've got to sell to try to make like $300?
oh my
I mean,
god.
I have enough. I raised like thousands of dollars worth of them, but it's finding somebody interested in one. Because if you go online and look up snapping turtles, you'll see they're not cheap. But just not everybody wants one. That's the problem.
Right.
I mean, I love them. I had one in the aquarium, and people come over when I dumped a goldfish in there, and they're like, "Oh, we can't take this. We gotta have to go." Because that thing would just tear those things to pieces.
Right.
I
Right.
mean,
I
it
think I
really.
heard they're very aggressive too. I wouldn't mess around with one.
Well, they in the aquarium. I only let them. If they got too big, I would take them to the pond. So I always had just small ones. But they weren't. They wouldn't try to bite you. Really, they are. They tame up pretty good.
Oh, okay. All right.
But
Uh,
keeping goldfish in there was hard because they're hungry little rascals, and they bury down in that gravel at the bottom with their little head poking out, and they're like a steel trap, just waiting for a goldfish to get close to them.
hmm. All right.
Anyhow,
It sounds like you're genuinely in love though. So that's a good part.
oh, with Candy.
Right.
Oh yeah, she's a good lady. She just had you know, she needed to not be around certain people, and she would have been okay. And one of them's dead now, so and the other one's, I haven't seen him in years. I'm pretty sure Yeah, he might have gone to prison, to be honest, but I didn't keep track of what happened to Walter. Um, but
Okay.
Candy's okay. She's a lot better. From what Mom says, she's really, she's grown mentally and spiritually since going to prison. I don't even know if she wants to be a stripper anymore. I've kind of been avoiding her this whole time. Mom's been talking to her.
Any special reason?
Well, I just been avoiding her because I wasn't aware that we were still married. Well, someone broke that news to me, so I'm like, well, shit.
Yeah, I heard about it, but I
That
was told not
changes things.
to. I heard about it, but they say not to say anything to you. But I thought I told you. I'm not sure.
Uh, you might have, but I can't remember if I heard it from you after I'd already heard it from someone else. But kind of dumb on my part. You'd think I would know that she never bothered to sign the paperwork, but the lawyers didn't tell me that.
All right.
I told them
Whenever
to get it done, and they said it was done. And turns
that's the
out
prenup.
no, the divorce. She never even signed nothing, and
Hmm.
I don't know if it's because she's in prison. They haven't told me why they dropped the ball on that, but
No, they could have. She could have still signed.
you should follow up. Follow up if you get a divorce and make sure someone signed something. Okay.
Right, and it would have been confirmed with you too if it was done. So I'm not
Right.
sure exactly.
Well, you're gonna have like multiple divorces if something happens.
Now
I don't know how that's gonna work out.
I'll be fine. I do my
Uh,
part in
I
ensuring.
was gonna say if they all if both of them get half, that leaves you with nothing, right?
Oh dear God, that that's
Yeah, you'll be saying, "Dear God," when the lawyers tell you, "Well, she got half and she got half, and I don't know who the hell's gonna pay us, but you might want to pay us before they sign this shit."
no, I'll be fine, Mikey. I try my best to make everyone happy, so I doubt
Right.
divorce will ever cross
Well,
your mind.
maybe when you raid this guy, and maybe there'll be some like, who knows? You might find some money under the table. I know how it goes sometimes when they take out these drug cartels.
Right.
The money always comes up missing. Nobody knows what happened to the cash.
Yeah, so some of it normally goes missing. They'll find like $20 million, but they'll only report like 15 or 10.
Right, right. That's like I was saying. I've seen the reports where, oh, we found all this money or all these drugs, but and where did the money go? Nobody knows.
Yeah, that's normally the case.
Right.
But we'll see. Let's hope for the best.
Well, all right. I'll call you tomorrow and let you know. Uh, I'll I'll let you know about the transaction and if they got the trees cut without taking the house out. I would cut these trees myself, but one of them is like all the limbs are pointing toward the house, and the guy said, if we don't tie this off over here, then this thing's gonna land right on Pappy's farmhouse, and there won't be anything left. So
I think we should
it's worth the $1,500, I think, to have this guy just go ahead and make sure it doesn't go towards the house.
just make sure that you're safe if you're doing anything yourself.
Oh, I'm not doing it. No, I won't go climb up there with a chainsaw. That would be a suicide.
All right.
They've got the equipment. They got a truck that has a bucket on it, that
Right,
shoots up
right.
in the air and can get right to it.
A hoist, right.
I think they're just gonna cut limbs. I think they're just gonna cut limbs until the tree starts to pull the other direction, and then they're gonna cut the bottom of it.
Right. I know.
But I'll be out there watching. I like watching stuff like that. If they let me control the bucket, that'll be even better.
I think you need a permit or some type of license to operate that vehicle, but who knows?
Alright. Well, we'll see. But if they won't, they won't. It'll be fun to watch anyway.
Uh,
Alright, well, you have a good night, Unc, and I'll talk to you tomorrow, okay?
all right, buddy. Same to you.
Wanna catch up on gossip? Mikey's with Candy, the stripper. I heard that she's trying hard, but she's used to guys that tip her. She just got out on parole, but she's still the same old Candy. She's not 20 anymore, but she still looks like a dandy. Oh my God, look at me, talking so dirty. Oops, said it again, don't hurt Mikey. Hey, who am I to talk? I bet she goes full kinky. I mean, oh shucks, she's built like Velma Dinkley. Jinkies. That one crazy ass Halloween, she dressed up like Harley Quinn. Her mouth stuffed with candy corns, but Mikey loves the gummy worms. Would it still be alright to wanna be her best friend? So much time has slipped by, can her and Joker start again? Oh my God, look at me, talking so dirty. Oops, said it again, don't hurt Mikey. Hey, who am I to talk? I bet she goes full kinky. I mean, ah shucks, she's built like Velma Dinkley. Jinkies. Oh, now that I think about it, my goodness, she was such a catch. It almost made me want to pinch myself just to check. We touched and we kissed. She never lied, I just read her hips. Alone in the mystery van, I did that thing you like with my lips. Oh my God, look at me, talking so dirty. Oops, said it again, don't hurt Mikey. Hey, who am I to talk? I bet she goes full kinky. I mean, oh shucks, she's built like Velma Dinkley. Jinkies. Ha ha, now I'm confused. When you're that cute, it's really hard to lose. Ha ha, but although now that I think it through, I never had an ex-wife. Ha ha, that was a weird dream. Thank God that wasn't my life, right? Psh. Jinkies.